In this exciting tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to sew this beautiful scrunchie without a sewing machine. This is a very beginner-friendly tutorial. Make sure you watch up to the end and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So I have my beautiful fabric. I'm using satin fabric. You can use whatever fabric you have. So I'm going to get my measuring tape and show you guys my measurements. So the length is 25 inches and the width is 6.5 inches, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is this is the right side. I'm going to fold it in, and this is the wrong side of the fabric. So from the wrong side of the fabric, I'm going to mark 1 inch up on the top of the fabric, as you can see, and also at the bottom. So I'm just going to get my tailor's chalk and mark 1 inch, as you can see, and on the other side I'm also going to mark 1 inch. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to stitch from here to here, leaving the 1 inch open. Don't stitch on the open 1 inch. So like I said, this is a tutorial without a sewing machine. If you have and want to use a sewing machine, you can go ahead and use a sewing machine. But this tutorial is for people who may not have access to a sewing machine yet. So what you do is get your hand sewing needle. As you can see, I've threaded mine. Then you're going to start stitching using the back stitch. The back stitch is a very strong stitch. So I'll show you how to sew with a back stitch. And I also have a more detailed tutorial on how to sew back stitch for beginners. So you can watch my other video on how to sew a back stitch after watching this one. So this is a back stitch. As you can see, you just stitch, then go back. So after sewing, you're going to turn it back to the right side. As you can see, I'm turning it to the right shiny side. So you just have to be patient and turn it to the right side. Then after you finish turning it to the right side, this is how beautiful it's going to look. And you can also give it a good press with your steam iron or any type of pressing iron. So remember, I left 1 inch without stitching, so that is it on the top side and on the bottom side. Those are the 1 inch. So what I'm going to do next, guys, is very easy. You'll get the two sides and place them together, as you can see. Then you're going to stitch them. So as usual, you can use your sewing machine if you have, but for this tutorial we're going to use our hand sewing needle. So you're just going to stitch on these two sides that I'm placing together. Then after stitching the two sides together, remember we have our 1 inch openings, the two 1 inch openings that we left. That's the opening. We're going to insert the elastic in there. So I'm just going to get my safety pin and my elastic and insert the elastic in this opening right here. So the measurement for my elastic is going to be 6 inches. So I'm just going to, so that is my elastic, or sorry, it's going to be 5 inches. Then I'm going to get my safety pin. Then I'll insert it. As you can see, I'm going to insert it in this opening until it comes out to the other side. So make sure this side doesn't go in. You just have to push the elastic, but you can hold this other side of the elastic just by making a temporal stitch. As you can see, this is a temporal stitch. Stitch the elastic to the fabric. This is a temporary, it's not a permanent stitch. We're going to remove it afterwards. So I'm just going to make a knot. Then I'm going to continue pushing in my safety pin and the elastic band, as you can see me do. So once you reach the end, you're going to pull out your safety pin and remove the temporal stitch, the one you made with the needle and thread. Then I'm going to remove my safety pin, as you can see. Then I'm going to make a knot to tie the two elastics together. So you can make 2 knots. Make sure the knots are too firm and don't easily come out. So I have made one knot and I'm making the second knot just to be sure that this is firm. So guys, this is how you easily make a beautiful scrunchie. If you made it this far watching my video up to the end, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So here on the opening, you can just give it a hand stitch. Just stitch it by hand and that's it. You have your beautiful scrunchie. Bye and see you next time.